What's good, YouTube? This your boy Rayleigh Renzo, and I'm back in the building with another video. You did? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And oh yeah, don't forget to tell a friend, to tell another friend, to tell another friend, to tell a family member, to tell another friend, to tell another family member.
From sirens
I'm an
luring
ugly
fishermen, to terrifying sea creatures washing ashore, and shadowy figures lurking in the water, these are the scariest fishing encounters ever caught on camera.
Oh yeah, I don't know if y'all been on it though. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a lot of unknown objects, you know what I'm saying, coming to the surface that was never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Well, I can't say never seen before, cause obviously, as they if they exist, some, you know what I'm saying, been seen, but not in this time. You know what I'm saying? But let's get straight to this video.
On August 8th, 2021, a guy named RJ Coleman
That look
was
like
spending a
a
regular day
snake.
on his ship when he spotted something creepy. All confused, he uploaded the video on his TikTok account, thinking someone might help him figure out what it was. This is what he recorded.
It kinda look like a snake.
There was an unusual creature in the water, which resembled what many would describe as a mermaid.
I don't think it is.
Do you want to master?
Now, Coleman is someone who spends more time sailing than he spends on the ground as a fisherman. And when the night descends on the great grand ocean, Coleman experiences things a normal person cannot even think of. And it wasn't just one time that he recorded something out of the ordinary. About 4 years later, when he was sailing late at night, he heard something. He hurriedly got his phone out and went to record. What appeared to be the tail of a siren briefly emerged before disappearing into the water. For Coleman, it looked like a mermaid tail. However, not everyone believed him. For some, it was just water and light playing tricks. But for it to happen twice to the same person, there is a big chance that it was more than just light and water playing tricks. And his thoughts got proof when, on the 7th of March, 2024, Coleman uploaded another video. And this was the scariest of all.
I got another one over here.
It looked like some gigantic fish were swimming right beside Coleman's ship, but they did not look like a dolphin or a shark. And to make matters even creepier, this is what he recorded next.
This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it.
Apart from the shrieks that were heard, there was much more to the whole situation, because when Coleman kept recording, whatever the creature was in the water tried to communicate with him, and what it said was terrifying. Even though it wasn't quite clear, it sounded like the creature was asking Coleman to jump into the water. Now,
That sounds a little creepy. Oh man, weapon y'all somewhere sailing out on a cruise or something. You know what I'm saying? And y'all standing, you know what I'm saying, outside. You know, like on the wheel side, y'all see something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Sirens are known for singing enchanting songs to sailors to lure them into jumping into the water, and this situation was making the whole myth seem real. And after this video, many could not help but believe what their eyes were seeing. This one, even though as most of others is fake, is in fact scary. Looking over into the waves of dark abyss, hearing a voice telling you to jump for it, and right after is screech cut off by whatever made that noise going underwater. In 2019, a Reddit user named SitarJams uploaded a picture in the subreddit r/ghosts. According to him, the picture was taken when he was trying to help his little kid with swimming in the ocean a little bit. The kid, who seemed at that time quite scared of the water. And after we zoom into the picture, it becomes quite clear what was causing the fear in the kid. Just behind the guy, there appears to be an arm holding some kind of scepter. For the father, he was wondering if some camera malfunction could cause this kind of thing, but Redditors believed it was much more than just a camera malfunction. It looked creepy, and then the fact that the kid was looking directly towards the whole reflection in the water just makes it more terrifying. On May 8th, 2013, a video was uploaded on YouTube that caught the attention of thousands of viewers. It was titled New Zealand Sea Monster, and it showcased a gigantic carcass lying on the seashore. This is how the monster looked.
What y'all think that is? What y'all think that could be? You know what I'm saying?
The carcass was discovered by a bunch of bikers who found it by chance, and then had everyone wondering if it was a prehistoric sea animal or one of the secrets of the ocean that it had successfully hidden until now. The carcass's jaw and teeth were intact, and they just showed that it was a big predator. For some, it was an orca, but for others, it looked much scarier. One of the secrets of the ocean that it had successfully hidden until now. The carcass's jaw and teeth were intact, and they just showed that it was a big predator. For some, it was an orca, but for others, it looked much scarier than just a whale. What exactly was it? The question remains unknown still. In 2020, a user uploaded a video on Reddit with the description that his girlfriend took this video of their Lake Alpine trip last year. Surprisingly, they did not hear or notice anything weird throughout their trip, but it wasn't until they went home and were reviewing the clips that he noticed something off. This is what he heard.
Okay, Ducky.
Now, what was weird was that they did not hear anything in person, but only on the video, and according to the guy, there was literally no one present at the spot where they went. People, after
So basically, they was recording. Basically, they was recording. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't hear nothing. But when they watched the video, it was it was actually something making a sound. I don't think I'll be going back there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all call me scary, whatever. But it's a lot of part of this world, this earth that haven't been examined. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain parts of this earth that nobody don't know about. You hear me? So what happen if you come across this part of earth? You know what I'm saying? To be aware is to be alive.
After watching the video, came up with their own theories, with some saying it could be someone screaming and others saying it was just a car tire screeching. But no one could explain why the guy couldn't hear the sound when he was present at that place. Dee's Dark Adventures is a channel on YouTube owned by a woman who explores abandoned and haunted locations. Her videos usually feature locations that might be too scary for a normal person to visit, and one such location was when she decided to go fishing in a haunted lake, infamous.
I watched a lot of videos where they said it was abandoned. A lot of places was abandoned because it was haunted. But I think some of them places, they just say that because they don't want nobody, you know what I'm saying, there.
For some terrifying reasons.
A lot of people have drowned. A lot of people drown there.
The main reason why she was there wasn't fishing, but instead, she wanted to see if there were any evil spirits present there. And to her surprise, she got exactly what she was looking for.
Let that calibrate. Hello?
The spirit box was screaming about a presence nearby, but this wasn't the scariest part, because up next, she saw something that terrified her to the core. Just after communicating with the spirit, she was trying to walk away when something caught her eye. This is what she saw.
What the fuck is that? Dude. Oh, no.
At first, she began hearing loud, unsettling noises. When she heard a splash in the water, she shone her flashlight toward it and saw something chilling. A white figure stood in
What is that?
the middle of the water, resembling a person dressed in white. What was surprising was that it wasn't there before when she was scanning the lake. It looked like it just popped out of the lake right in the middle of it. And this was the point for her to get up and leave for good. That's exactly what she did. Piranhas are known to be scary, and so is their fishing. And to perfectly portray what kind of an experience it is, a video was uploaded on Reddit. This is what the video showed. An old man is spotted throwing a loaf of meat into the water, and as soon as the meat touched the surface, it looked like the water started boiling or something.
What y'all think that could be? You know what I'm saying?
However, in actuality, it was just some piranhas who came to devour the whole thing. Piranhas have been a scare for many out there, but here's a fun fact. They are scavengers and only do their scary hunting thing when given something dead. As long as you are alive, you will be fine. Tourists in southwestern China got a bit of a fright when they thought they spotted a human face floating through a lake. Turns out, the spooky sight was actually a fish with some unique markings. The fish, which has been identified as a carp by USA Today, has its own normal fish eyes and mouth, but the dark markings on the fish's head make it look like it has a second set of more human-like features. This eerie optical illusion was caught on camera by one onlooker who spotted the fish. The footage has now gone viral, unnerving animal lovers all over the world. Grouper fish are known to be the monsters of the sea. They are large, they are huge, and they are dangerous. And no, you should not think that if one is caught and tied by a fisherman, it will be less dangerous. And for reference, you can just watch this clip where the grouper fish saw the opportunity and knew it had to just take it. Isn't it incredible?
I don't even know how to describe it. Oh! Oh! Look at his fins, first of all. This is like... Oh my, that's bigger than a basketball. Look at this, my hand. Oh my God.
In 2023, a TikTok account uploaded a bizarre video that immediately caught attention. It showcased a bridge at night, on the edges of which 2 dolls were sitting. According to the user, it was a CCTV recording from a camera the man had set up towards the back of his house. Little did he know, things were getting quite scary. The thing that looked like a doll first splashed into the water and then started swimming, moving its head here and there. It's weird how something lifeless came to life as soon as it went into the water, but then things got weirder when the same thing happened to the second doll, sitting on the other edge of the bridge.
Oh, I ain't peeked that. I ain't peeked that.
The whole video had many confused.
No, that ain't no doll. You seen how big that person was, and they lift their arms up. You know what I'm saying? They had lift their arms up.
While some thought it was fake, others just couldn't help but think it was true. Some kind of black magic.
Look, you see what I'm saying? Cause it would have felt over. It was just, you know what I'm saying? It pushed itself, jumped.
The whole video had many confused. While some thought it was fake, others just couldn't help but think it was true. Some kind of black magic. A man was fishing on a fine day when he sensed there was someone nearby, and when he looked around, he found this thing. The whole video had many confused. While some thought it was fake, others just couldn't help but think it was true. Some kind of black magic. A man was fishing on a fine day when he sensed there was someone nearby, and when he looked around, he found this thing. Even though the fish had him scared as hell, I did my research for you, and I am here with an explanation. The creepy-looking fish is actually called a sheep's head, and it is known for its human-like teeth, which are very difficult to hide. They aren't really as scary as they looked in the video, but well, they are still weird. TikTok user Shannon Dudley Jr., a commercial fisherman from Everglades City, Florida, shared a video of the strange sight that has bewildered viewers. The clip shows the top of a house floating in the Gulf of Mexico as a crew of men film from a boat close by.
That's crazy work. Ooh-wee.
The roof is seen floating in the
Yeah, you don't see that. That's not normal. You know what I'm saying?
distance, bobbing along the surface of the water as the waves make it bounce up and down. As the video progresses, the camera zooms in to show it up close. The roof of the house appears to be intact, with even an attic window bobbing above the water. However, the video does not show the condition of the rest of the house or whether it is just the roof that was swept out to sea. The video we saw earlier showed how piranhas were leaping onto the dead meat, but in the water. However, this following video, uploaded by a user named Curious Wanderer 567 on Reddit, shows how fishermen go out into the ocean and hunt piranhas with their hands. Take a look. The man just holds a loaf of meat, puts it inside the water, and pulls it out. And this might be the scariest experience ever. The ocean is known to be unpredictable, and so are great white sharks. They appear anywhere, at any moment, catching fishermen by surprise. The same thing happened to these guys, who were on a research trip, cruising along without a clue about what was waiting for them.
Right off the right Greg there now in that fucker. Whoa! Holy crap!
The man up front, hunting for a great white shark, had no idea that one was lurking right beneath him, ready to take a big bite out of him. But luckily, he was on a sturdy platform, raised up high, or else he would have been shark food. But seriously, it's mind-blowing how precisely the shark timed its attack and zeroed in on the guy's exact spot. This following video was going viral all over social media, and here's why. In the video, locals were seen carrying a fish, but if looked at carefully, it was no ordinary fish.
Cobra que pegaram aí. Grande pirarucu.
And that was like all women's. You know what I'm saying? Women's. That was like all women's. You know what I'm saying?
Olha só o tamanho do bicho.
It was a giant fish found in the Amazon River. The fish was identified as an arapaima, a species usually found in deep waters. Amazed by their discovery, the locals decided to capture it and take it home. None of them had ever seen anything like it before.
Excuse me. You can feel it. You can fill a whole village with that mug. You know what I'm saying? Just a piece of the tail. Just a piece of the tail, probably like one of our fishes.
Making this a moment they would never forget. A fisherman was standing near the dock when he noticed something unusual moving in the water. He zoomed in with his camera, only to be shocked by what he saw. A long, strange creature was floating toward him. After a closer look, he realized it was a blanket octopus, a species known to inhabit the deep ocean. In some cultures, seeing one is considered a bad omen. Luckily, the octopus just approached him for a brief moment before drifting away, leaving the fisherman both relieved and awestruck by the rare encounter. A fisherman caught a sea inhabitant that seemed normal at first, but as he took a closer look, he noticed something unbelievable. Instead of one mouth, this one had two. It seemed impossible for any living creature, but there it was. Some thought it could be the result of a mutation, while others believed it might be some sort of miracle. Whatever the cause, it left everyone stunned, and the fisherman couldn't help but wonder how such an extraordinary creature came to be. A man uploaded a picture on Reddit claiming that he had captured something paranormal when he was chilling on the beach. Later, he uploaded a video too. This is what he recorded. At the very end of the video, a black figure is seen, which becomes clearer when viewed in the picture. It looked like a black figure in a cloak-like cloth floating around. But this isn't all, because behind the figure, there are two silhouettes that look like two children playing. According to the uploader, those were not there when he was recording. This video gained considerable attention on the internet in early 2019, capturing what many viewers deemed a strange creature in the mountains. The footage features a man recording the picturesque scenery of a lake surrounded by mountains. While panning the camera, a glimpse of a creature on the rocky mountain comes into view. Upon closer inspection, it becomes apparent that the creature was stalking the cameraman from a distance. Initially resembling a bear, a more detailed look reveals a head shape unlike that of a bear. Instead, it appears humanoid. The creature seems to have thick black fur covering its head. However, as soon as it senses being spotted by the camera, the creature swiftly runs off into the mountains, concluding the video. In my opinion, this creature bears a striking resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. What are your thoughts on it? Watching those slimy alien creatures in movies may give us the creeps, but it's a relief knowing they're not real. Or are they? This video, captured by a homeowner, reveals something unusual gliding in his backyard. This creature resembles a slime, and its entire body seems to move independently. As it slides, it leaves behind a wet trail, adding to the mystery. The unsettling part is its body, which looks like a composition of multiple creatures stacked on top of each other. A plausible explanation could be that it's a collective of some kind of worms moving together in a group. However, if that's not the case, there's a chance these creatures are not from our world, suggesting the possibility of alien life. If the previous creature didn't seem alien enough, we have another one straight from the grounds of Taiwan. In this video, recorded by a local, we come face to face with a weird stringy creature. At first glance, it may resemble entangled tapeworms, but a few seconds in with a weird stringy creature. At first glance, it may resemble entangled tapeworms, but a few seconds into the video reveals a different story. This creature is truly unusual, with a long main body that looks like a tapeworm or a similar type. What makes it particularly unsettling is the presence of string-like formations around it. Some viewers suggest it's a tapeworm entangled in black, string-like elements. But to me, it seems like those are just parts of this creature's body. Whatever this creature may be, I wouldn't want it near me in any circumstances, because you never know what they are capable of. As children, we fantasized about mermaids, believing they gracefully roamed our oceans like any other aquatic beings. However, with maturity, we learned they were merely mythical creatures. Yet, a recent discovery in California has sparked curiosity. A snake-like baby found and preserved for genetic study. This baby exhibits serious birth defects, featuring snake-like skin, tiny lizard-like skin, and most unsettlingly, an extended snake-like lower body. With an elongated six-fingered hand and a skull that's also elongated, the combination of these features gives the baby an appearance reminiscent of a mermaid. Remarkably, from head to tail, the baby measures...
Look at that. Man, it's just some stuff you can't make up, you know what I'm saying?
Measures a whopping 37 inches. It's fascinating to observe how certain aspects of this creature resemble humanoid features, while others evoke an unsettling aquatic essence. One hopes that the university or research center studying this creature delves into the depths of its mutations, paving way for understanding such anomalies. This video originates from the Borneo forest and was captured by locals there. On a typical morning in their village, a villager stumbled upon a strange creature in the nearby woods and alerted others. The villagers, curious, went to investigate, and this is what they recorded. In the video, we witness a strange creature crawling towards a lake. This creature appears to be a blend of a dog and a baby hippo. Its head and facial features resemble those of an American bully dog, while its body resembles that of a newborn hippo. The creature struggles to walk, resorting to crawling away from the villagers and towards the lake. With no fur on its body, it appears weak, and its hind legs are unusually long compared to the typically four-legged creatures we encounter in the forest. The question arises, is this a new creature discovered by the Borneo village? The company that introduced nanny cams as a lifesaver aiming to help parents monitor their babies around the clock, sometimes ends up capturing scenes that, instead of providing a sense of relief, leave us feeling uneasy. In this video, we observe a baby room where a chair with some fluffy toys is placed in front of a nanny cam. After a few seconds, the monkey toy positioned in the middle starts lifting its head on its own. The toy engages in humanoid movements for a while before coming to a rest. After a couple of seconds, it starts moving again, repeating these actions at intervals. This proves to be quite an unsettling sight, especially for the parents whose baby room is being observed. After witnessing this clip, it might be a good idea to leave some spare toys for these unknown entities to play with instead of using the baby's toys. To me, one of the most perilous sports is skiing in the snowy mountains because you never know when an avalanche might descend or if there's a cliff awaiting you. This video precisely illustrates why I hold this view. Captured by a GoPro camera mounted on a skier, the footage shows the skier navigating a rugged snowy hill. Initially, everything appears fine. As the skier progresses, however, out of nowhere, a tunnel road entrance materializes in front of the skier. Despite attempting to stop, it's already too late. The skier descends from a height of around 17 feet onto the hard road below. The impact is accompanied by the sheer sound of collision, and we can hear the skier gasping in pain.
That's crazy.
Watching this video was quite challenging for me, especially as it concluded in such a way. Nevertheless, it imparts a valuable lesson. Always thoroughly assess your skiing track before going on your descent.
Ooh, that's ooh.
This video hails from Ireland and presents eerie footage of a cryptid captured at a girls' hostel. In the video, we witness the girls behind the camera genuinely frightened, searching the hallways for something ominous. As they turn on the hallway lights, there is initially nothing in sight. Undeterred, they venture upstairs into the darkness. Upon turning on the hallway light upstairs, something chilling appears at the end of the corridor. The encounter is undeniably unsettling, and by pausing the video at the precise frame where the creature is visible, it appears humanoid, but on all fours. This cryptid is looking directly at the girls, conveying an imminent threat. Given such situations, my advice for all of you would be to bring along some form of protection, such as a stick or pepper spray, during future investigations. You never know what you might encounter. As 2024 commenced, it brought along a natural disaster that shook the entire world, the Japan earthquake. In a video captured by a local resident, we witnessed the aftermath of the earthquake, revealing a massive landslide wreaking havoc in its path. The man recording the video desperately screams, urging households to evacuate. The landslide is relentlessly sweeping down the hill, annihilating everything.
I think these like these earthquakes and landslides, that's the earth changing. You know what I'm saying? Certain things come and appear. You know what I'm saying? That we never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they never been all the way down in the sea. You know what I'm saying? To the bottom. Never got to touch the bottom. So some of the animals we see is probably, you know what I'm saying?
Everything in its trajectory, and its lateral expansion adds to the peril. Watching this video, my genuine concern extends to the man recording it. The footage also showcases visible cracks in the roads caused by the earthquake, further emphasizing the extent of the devastation. Towards the end of the video, a woman is seen running away from the landslide, possibly saved by the urgent warnings of the man. In these challenging times, I hope the people of Japan exhibit resilience, and may support from other nations aid them. When they say, "Don't bring a bow to a bear fight," they might be onto something. This video unfolds in the Canadian forest where a hunter goes on a hunting trip. However, his expedition takes an unexpected turn as he comes face to face with a black bear. Armed only with a bow, the hunter lacks a solid defense if the bear decides to attack. As anticipated, the worst-case scenario unfolds, and the bear charges towards the hunter. Despite the initial attempts to scare the bear off by yelling, it proves futile, and the bear ultimately attacks the hunter, causing him to fall.
Quack, 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 ah, 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 ah.
However, don't worry guys, the hunter emerged unharmed as the bear retreated after the encounter, and he retrieved his camera to assure us he is alright. Nonetheless, it remains a remarkably close call, and the situation could have taken a more terrifying turn.
Listen to this.
In this video taken at a zoo, a man films an unusual interaction between a visitor and a monkey. The visitor is sitting in front of the monkey's cage when suddenly, the monkey reaches out and grabs his t-shirt, attempting to pull him closer to the cage. As the situation unfolds, another person steps in, trying to help the man being pulled. However, the monkey is surprisingly strong and determined, even managing to grab the man's foot, continuing to pull despite the efforts of the helper. This encounter is both intriguing and a bit alarming. Monkeys are known for their curiosity and sometimes mischievous behavior, but this level of aggression is uncommon, especially in a zoo setting where animals are used to human presence. Maybe this should let us know that these creatures are not very fond of being kept in captivity. In this video, a man is paddleboarding in the ocean when he suddenly encounters an orca, also known as a killer whale, approaching his board. Understandably alarmed, he reacts instinctively. The video captures him cursing in surprise and fear as he uses his paddle to defensively hit the orca.
Oh, you! Get the fuck, don't fucking bite your board, you cunt!
In response to his actions, the orca eventually turns away and swims off. I am honestly amused by his reaction to meeting an orca so close, especially how dangerous these creatures can be. Orcas are intelligent, powerful creatures, known for their curiosity, which can sometimes bring them close to human activities in the water. While they are generally not known to attack humans, such close encounters can be dangerous. It's fortunate that the situation was resolved without harm to either the man or the orca. I have a deep appreciation for trail cams, as they provide us with unique perspectives of dense woods that would be otherwise impossible to observe in person. Recently, I came across trail camera footage collected from a Canadian forest where multiple cameras were strategically placed to study the deer population. While the majority of the clips depicted deer peacefully grazing and enjoying their surroundings, there was one particular recording that captured something quite strange. Amidst the serene scenes of deer in the forest, a tall black figure emerged in one of the camera frames. This enigmatic entity appeared humanoid, shrouded in thick black fur, and was only visible for a brief moment before vanishing into the wilderness. Some online viewers have dubbed this mysterious creature the mountain beast, yet I can't help but wonder if its appearance aligns more closely with the legendary these strange occurrences. What annoys me about this footage is that if he indeed heard help, just as he indicated by the subtitles he put on, then why turn around to flee when you hear someone coming towards you? Couldn't it be someone who is in danger and needs your help? But at the same time, for me, it did not sound like shouts for help, but rather as a very creepy howl. And in that case, I think he did the right thing. The footage that has been captured in the sewer is incredibly intriguing and mysterious. It immediately raises questions about what kind of creature could be lurking in the depths of the sewer system. The remote machine with the camera on it provides us with a unique and rare insight into a world that is normally hidden from view. As the footage begins, we can see the remote machine slowly making its way through the dark and murky tunnels of the sewer system. It's clear that whoever is controlling the device is searching for something, but what they find is truly startling. A strange figure with glowing eyes appears to be peeking around the corner as if it is watching the device's movements. The figure is tall and slender, with an unnerving pallor to its skin. Its glowing eyes seem to be fixed on the camera, and it looks as though it is assessing the situation before it decides to move. The creature appears to be cautious and wary of the device, but as the device moves further into the sewer system, the creature becomes bolder and we get a better look at its shape and form. It is clear that this is no ordinary creature, and its appearance is enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Its movements are erratic and jerky, and it seems to be watching the device's every move. As the creature becomes more confident, it moves closer and closer to the camera. Its pale skin and glowing eyes seem to be illuminated by some unknown light source, and it looks as though it is about to pounce. But just as quickly as it appeared, the creature is scared off and runs away into the darkness. What kind of creature was that? Was it a previously undiscovered species or something even more sinister? The remote machine footage leaves us with more questions than answers, and it is clear that there is much more to be discovered in the depths of the sewer system. The video opens to the image of a dark and desolate country road. The car is stopped, as if the driver knows something up ahead is not right. Suddenly, we can see a very bizarre figure moving on all fours in the distance. It's not clear what it is, but the driver's instincts tell him to back away slowly. As the car begins to retreat, the camera zooms in on the creature, revealing a humanoid shape with a white appearance that appears to somewhat glimmer in the darkness. The creature moves with an eerie slowness and grace, its movements almost like those of a wild animal, yet it doesn't resemble any creature of the natural world. The driver is understandably terrified and keeps reversing, all while the creature continues to move slowly forward. As the creature comes into view, we can see its humanoid form more clearly, with a slender body and a head that almost seems to turn and look directly at the camera. Many speculate that this creature is none other than the legendary Skinwalker, a creature that has long been associated with dark and ominous folklore. But could it be something else? Something that has never been seen before? The driver's quick retreat leaves us with more questions than answers. What was that creature? And more importantly, what did it want? This footage is from a trail camera that seems to have caught something interesting in sight. On the left side of the camera, we can see some sort of an insect being up close to the lens, inspecting the camera. It moves back and forth, perhaps trying to find a way to eat the trail cam. Could this be a spider that wanted a bit of spotlight? There is nothing unnatural about this footage, but to me, as an arachnophobe, it gave me a bit of a chill seeing its legs so close to my monitor. The trail camera footage captures a bizarre and intriguing moment in the life of a wild bear. In the dense forest, the bear spots something that he had never seen before: a mirror. The camera captures his reaction, which is nothing short of entertaining. The bear appears to be taken aback by the strange object, and at first seems unsure of what it could be. However, as he gets closer, goes on the offensive. In a sudden burst of fury, the bear starts attacking the mirror with all his might, as if he had come across an enemy in his territory. He stands up on his hind legs, attempting to make himself as big as possible, and unleashes a series of punches on the mirror. It's fascinating to watch how the bear's instincts kick in as he tries to ward off what he perceives to be a threat to his territory. Despite the futility of his attack, the bear doesn't give up. and continues to lash out at the mirror until he finally manages to pull it down from the tree. The entire episode is a testament to the sheer power and ferocity of these magnificent creatures, as well as their curious nature. While the footage is certainly entertaining, it also raises some interesting questions about the behavior of wild animals. Do they have the capacity for self-awareness? Do they understand the concept of reflection? This clip is from the YouTube channel Brave Wilderness, from when they decided to wander in an area where Bigfoot is most often spotted. But for sure, they were not expecting to find a monstrous humanoid skull. Close to the end of their trip, they spotted something bizarre barely sticking from the ground. At first, they thought they found the skull of a bear, but as they were cleaning it and turning it around, they realized it did not look like a bear skull. The teeth and shape made it look like it was the skull of a great ape or a long-lost ancestor of Homo sapiens. It looked too bizarre to be of any animal that would be living in that area, and many people argued this could be the skull of a Bigfoot. But personally, I am not sure. It seems just too convenient that a skull this strange was just barely buried in the dirt, and they happened to find it while out on their quest to find Bigfoot. But what do you think? Do you think this is the skull of Bigfoot, an animal, or something else? This old clip is from Nat Geo TV, and it is footage from Russia of a supposed sighting of Bigfoot. The clip is taken by some kids with their old phones, so the quality is very poor. We can see the kids playing in the snow, but they notice some big footsteps in the snow. Not knowing any better, the kids decide to follow them to see where they lead. But they soon stop next to a forest because they think they spot something moving in the distance. They freeze with the thought it could be a bear, but as they look at the figure for a while, they recognize it is a tall, hairy, humanoid-shaped creature, which also seems to notice them. Once realizing it is spotted, the creature darts away deeper into the forest, which also makes the kids start running back. The kids explained the creature's face was white, and unlike the body, it had no hair on it. So did these kids spot Bigfoot? In this clip we can see some disturbing thing, some sort of dark-haired creature making its way through the forest. But its face looks more dog-like, and to be honest, it does look frightening at first look. People argued online that this creature is a werewolf, but to be honest, I am skeptical. The way it moves, always seeming to have its mouth open to frighten, seems too unrealistic. It looks more like a Halloween costume. So to me, rather than a werewolf, as others suggested, I think this is just a man with a suit trying to give us a fright. What do you think? This is a trail camera that caught some amazing moments. We can see right next to the camera a wolf doing its distinctive howl. Supposedly trying to communicate with its pack, perhaps calling them for a hunt. But what amazes me more is the second footage from another trail camera that caught the enormous size of a wolf pack. Just look at this pack making its way down the slope. There are so many of them, around 15 of them I think. And just think about how big wolves are. From what I know, wolf packs can reach up to 30 individuals. So just imagine being so unlucky to having to deal with a pack of that size in a forest. This clip was taken a few years ago in Kiev before the start of the war, but what it caught was really strange. As the person filming looks towards the pedestrian bridge, we can see someone under it, climbing. At first, I was thinking who would be crazy to do such a thing, but if we zoom the camera, we can see they do not really look like a human. And to me, the movement also seems too flawless to be of a human. Just imagine the necessary strength needed to be able to hold on to the bridge, not saying actually being able to go along it with such ease. I know there are people doing parkour who are pretty good with such difficult climbs, but the way it looks and how fast it moves, to me it does not seem natural for a human. So either that is an escaped monkey from the zoo, or there is something more bizarre going on here. What do you think this is? This footage is from the UK of a few boys who were fooling around in a cave. But while they were looking around, they spotted a black figure crouched next to a stone pillar. Surprised but also frightened, they took a picture of it and ran backwards. And we can see exactly what they photographed. And at first, they thought it is just some stray dog, because all we can make up is some sort of animal with black fur. Thinking it is funny, they went back with some sort of smoke grenade and tried to mess with it. But as they looked again, it looked clear it was not just some stray dog, but rather some sort of hairy creature slowly making its way towards them. The clip ends suddenly, and we can't really know what happened afterwards. Most likely they began running, if it was real. The creature to me looks like a goat, but the way it climbs that edge looks more human to me, so I am not sure what that is. Is it just some prank by a few kids, or did they catch something more bizarre?
Were you or a loved one admitted to an Illinois behavioral health facility? A global settlement may be coming in 2020.
In this trail camera footage, we can see an encounter between a cat and a fox. They seem to be squaring each other for an egg in the middle. The fox seeming anxious to get its mouth on it, while the cat, being a good defender of the household, is trying to keep it at bay. From what I know, foxes are usually not scared of cats and they actually attack them, but this one is reluctant to get any closer to the aggressively hissing cat. What is even more amazing is that the cat also seems to be missing a front leg, and yet still does not back down from this encounter. Maybe this is also the reason she is so aggressive. She knows she does not have the option to outrun the fox. The fox tries to get closer a few more times, but the cat lunges again and again towards it, making the fox run away in the end.
Yeah, that's crazy work, man. That's crazy work, man. But that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. That's the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. This is your boy Rayleigh Renzo, and I'm out. You did?